Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner, your crypto radar for all of the latest news, reviews, market analysis and tutorials that help you master the cryptocurrency market. Right, let's talk about Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin actually broke some major support levels over the weekend, something that I actually expected, but it also coincides with a lot of tweets again from Elon Musk and everything. Everyone is actually blaming Elon Musk for this. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm going to explain why. Well, let's look at the markets first and go deeper into what's happening over the last few hours and over the last couple of days, in fact. Okay, and what we can see actually is again a lot of blood on the streets. The whole crypto market right now is on the red. There's a few exceptions, very few exceptions in fact. Solana is one of the tokens that is doing really well, and it's bringing me profit right now as we speak, which is great. This is one of the coins that I picked as my top coins not long ago, so hopefully it is in your portfolio. I don't know whether you bought any of this coin, but it is one of the strong performers over this correction, and it's not the only one. In Bitcoin value, Kusama is actually also doing well. Other coins that are doing well right now are Rivain, and that's not a token that I have in my portfolio. It is on my watch list, as you can see, but it's not in my portfolio. Unfortunately, I wish it was. Numeraire, this was another one that I picked long time ago, and it should be in your medium-term portfolio. It's not a token that I trade short-term, and I feel that it's good to be holding this token because it is actually quite a strong one. Overall, I mean, it's doing really well right now, but it did actually pump last year quite a lot. So I'm not expecting any major pumps from it, you know, in the next few months. However, it is 40% up in Bitcoin value, as you can see here, and it is 21% up in fiat value. Cartesi is another one. I picked it not long ago, also featured it in a video maybe 4 weeks. I can't remember exactly how long ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago I believe I featured it. So if it's in your portfolio, then you are sitting on a very good profit right now. It is 13% up in fiat, 17% up in Bitcoin value. Odious, another token that I picked not long ago, 17% up against Bitcoin today and 10% up in fiat value. And here is Solana, which is 16% up in Bitcoin value, only 4.89% up in fiat value, but nevertheless it's up. Aave has also been doing really well for this whole correction that Bitcoin is going through. But and Shiba now is doing well. This is a new token. It is a meme token, kind of a very similar to Doge. It is a copy basically of Dogecoin, and this is actually doing well because Vitalik Buterin, who was gifted a huge amount of these tokens, has first of all sold some of them and given the profits to charities, or to a charity. But not only that, then he decided to burn 90% of the remaining volume that he had of this token, and that is amounting to $6.7 billion worth of tokens that he burned. And he burnt it so that he can create more scarcity, in a way to kind of give back to the community, because of course as you create more scarcity, the price is due to go up, and the price, as you can see, is a little bit up because of that. This is the statement that he made. I've actually been impressed by how the dog token communities have treated the recent donations. Plenty of dog people have shown their generosity and their willingness to not just focus on their own profits, but also be interested in making the world as a whole better. I support all who are earnestly doing that. So he burned a bunch of tokens, 90%, it says here, this is by the Cointelegraph, they're reporting on it. 90% of the tokens in his wallet he is burning and allocating the remaining 10% to charitable causes. This is why we are actually seeing a small price appreciation in Shiba. However, on the weekly, it is down by 40%. So it's still going through a major correction, this token, but that was expected because the token pumped heavily as it was added to Binance and some other exchanges. So, you know, this is quite to be expected. Sushi is also up 10% in Bitcoin value, 9.10%, sorry, and 1% in fiat value. Kusama, as I said, it's 1.43% up today, 6% up in Bitcoin value, but over the week is actually 32% up. So very well done for Kusama. Now, this is one of the tokens that has been in my portfolio since early last year. Actually, no, since 2019, I believe I've had it, but I did share it with you guys in 2020, I think in February or March. Early in 2020, I first shared it to my email list, and then I shared it in videos as well. So even if you're not on my email list, by now you should know about this token. You're aware that I'm a believer in Kusama as a project, and it's in my portfolio for the longer term. Nothing is really long term for me apart from Bitcoin, but you know, some of these are longer term, like Ethereum and Kusama and Link, and what else is in my longer term? Numera. I mean, quite a few. Okay, so this is it in the market roundup. Let's go again by market cap and see what else do we have. So Cardano, oh yes, Cardano is going through a correction, but it printed a new all-time high, so it is expected that it will correct after that. It's 23% up in the last week, and today it's 8% down. So we will look at the charts. I'm going to look at Bitcoin. Someone was asking me about Litecoin, so I will look at Litecoin. Someone else was asking me about AGA, so I will look at that as well. But really what we need to look at is, and that's what we need to pay attention to right now, is Bitcoin. Because what's happening is, you know, with Bitcoin going down, it is dragging the whole market down with it. At this point, and I told you that in my previous videos, we are in an out season. Bitcoin's dominance keeps dropping, and as Bitcoin's dominance is dropping, of course, many of the altcoins are supposed to be booming, because typically when Bitcoin's dominance is dropping against you know, the rest of the coins, that means that money is coming out of Bitcoin going into altcoins. However, right now with Bitcoin, actually the price of Bitcoin dropping so much, the whole crypto market is suffering. Money is coming out of altcoins also, and it's going into stable coins. This is why we are seeing red across the board, and you know, it's most of the coins are on red, if not all of them. Yes, a few are in green, but as you see, it's only a few of them. The majority is in the red, because people are now losing confidence, and they feel that, you know, if Bitcoin keeps dropping, it will drag the prices of the other coins down, and they're exiting positions in altcoins going into stable coins for the time being. You know, this is for the short term. Let's have a quick look at the charts. So this is and this move by Bitcoin, actually, many people are talking about blaming it on Elon Musk. I mean, in so many articles, and I didn't even open all of them, but you can see here on your screen just a few of the headlines. You know, is Twitter getting sick of Elon Musk? Yes, they are getting sick of Elon Musk, because he keeps tweeting about Bitcoin, and it's, you know, it's still negative things that he's tweeting. I mean, the last thing that he said was about Bitcoin mining being highly centralized. I mean, he's not completely wrong about that. It is still heavily centered in China. But I did share with you articles lately about many miners moving away from China, and also a lot of miners now starting to focus in North America, surprisingly. But and there's also a lot of miners in Eastern Europe, a lot of miners in places like Iceland and other places where it's no longer as centralized as it used to be. I mean, 2017, 18, and even before that, it was heavily centralized in China, and this was the biggest problem for Bitcoin. That is no longer the case. We are seeing far more spreading in mining farms across different countries, rather than just being in China anymore. And China made it difficult, actually, for Bitcoin miners as well. You know, a few times they were introducing laws and even bans and things like that. So many miners started moving away. We are still having a huge centralization in China, but over time this is diminishing. So I don't see the point of him, what was the point of this tweet, really? And then he clarified in another tweet that Tesla did not sell any of the Bitcoin that it has, because many people started blaming him on the kind of doing insider trading, you know, moving the market, you know, making this statement about Tesla stopping accepting Bitcoin. And people were speculating that he would be using this kind of market moves in the price to sell at the higher price, reaccumulate at the lower price. He confirmed that Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin. Now, whether he's personally trading Bitcoin with these market moves, I would suspect so. It would make sense that you would do that, especially, I mean, I'm thinking if I'm an influential person and I make a tweet and I see what this tweet is causing to the price of that coin, then I would know how can I make a profit with this, right? So you know that if you make a negative tweet on Bitcoin, the price is going to go down. Have you sold any of your own Bitcoin? Quite possibly. And the price going to a lower support level, would you buy? Possibly. So I can expect that he would be doing some sort of trading with his own money, but Tesla has not sold any Bitcoin. Whereas he made this tweet, and I don't have the tweet open, but he did tweet it, and the Bitcoin price started recovering. However, the Bitcoin price did go down and it did break support levels, just as expected. And this is something that I actually shared with you in my previous episode. I think maybe on Saturday, was it? A couple of days ago, I did an episode where I was looking at the chart and I was talking about this head and shoulders formation that we printed and how it's most likely that we will go down to this support level. Actually, let's take a look. I have it here. We printed a head and shoulders formation, which is a bearish one. And ever since we printed that formation, we haven't actually gone up. And as we are dropping, I have drawn here, what can we do? Unfortunately, it's not looking very good. We can go to this support first, which is at 45.5. And then if this doesn't hold us, we can go to the lower support at 42.5. So these are the two support levels that I'm really watching closely. Bitcoin in the short term, Bitcoin is not looking bullish to me. I don't really see a bull case for Bitcoin. I see that over the next few days, Bitcoin will keep consolidating and maybe even dropping a little more. And this will diminish the confidence in Bitcoin. Money is still going to be coming out of Bitcoin. So yeah, the short term, not very bullish. And I am expecting us to actually go to that level because it coincides with the 200 daily moving average. And the 200 daily moving average in a bull market is being the strongest support. Not only that, but in a bull market, the 200 daily moving average is your best accumulation price, because typically we bounce back up as soon as we touch this. So if we touch it, it will be brief. Maybe it will be a week of a candle, not a week of a candle. And it might be for a few hours or even for a few minutes. Literally just go, touch it, and bounce straight back up. There will be many buy orders that are placed around this price level, bear in mind. So watch it close. Okay, so as you see, this is really what's happening. It's following exactly as we expected because of this head and shoulders formation that we printed. Technical analysis was showing us that we will be going down to this price. Now, did Elon Musk's tweet cause this? I mean, it definitely helped for this to happen, to play out as this pattern is requiring. But I mean, I can't expect the whole market to be following what he tweets. There's many people who are actually not listening to what Elon Musk is saying. You know, many people are not even on Twitter. Many traders of Bitcoin are not on Twitter. They're not really seeing what Elon Musk is saying, and they don't really care. So it's not that the whole market reacted because of Elon Musk, but definitely a lot of selling was happening because of this tweet, and only accelerated. And literally, it happened just as I said. And I did actually tell you that it will be a week. And it was a week indeed. As you see, we actually went down to this price level, the 42,500, actually 42,272. We literally touched this support level and we bounced right back up. Why did we bounce so quickly? Because, as I said, there were many buy orders at this price level, because experienced traders, they are also drawing the same Fibonacci that I was drawing here. They know that this is the support that you can expect us to bounce back from. And why, hold on, if we go on the daily, we will see that this was coinciding with the 200 daily moving average. As I said, this in a bull market is our best accumulation zone. It is where many people would have placed buy orders, and this is why we didn't stay down there for too long. In fact, let's go on the hourly and still how long, and see how long. We didn't even stay for an hour. Let's go on the 15 minutes. We didn't even stay for 15 minutes. I mean, we literally touched this price level maybe for a minute or something like that. Let me just double check. We went there for a minute. We can see, okay, 2 minutes. We went, yeah, in this candle, which is 1 minute candle, we went down there. On the next candle, we actually started going up straight away. So we stayed here for about a minute and a half or something like that. This is how quick this price level was. And that's why I told you, you can actually place your buy orders here, even though I don't really give you advice on how to trade, or, you know, it's not financial or investment advice or anything. Still, I was talking about, you know, what makes sense to me. And, you know, from charting perspective, what is actually the most likely scenario. That's exactly what happened. Okay, so let's look at what could happen from now on, because this is what many people want to know. And well, we are still not out of the woods in this correction. Of course, we can still go lower, and this is why this support level, which is at 39, what is this? 39,100. This is still valid. This support level is still here. If we continue going down and we come to retest this support level at 42,000, and we break it, then we can go to the lower support level, which is below 40,000. Now, for that to happen, we need to actually have more FUD. That means that now, if the media starts pumping bad news about Bitcoin and how Bitcoin is bad for the environment, or maybe they can bring the other argument, which is about, you know, people using it for illicit activities and all of that stuff. If we actually see now that the media starts pumping more bad news about Bitcoin, this will cause even more panic and more fear in people, and we can see more selling. And if that happens, then we can come to retest the support level. We can even break it, even though it is our strongest support so far. And if we break it, we will be going to below 40k. Again, if we come down to this support level below 40k, I can expect it to be very brief, but it is a possibility. However, I personally feel that we are now starting to recover, and most likely we will be right now we're at 45,000. I think over the next few days we will slowly climb back towards the 50,000. And 50,000 is now acting as a resistance. It's no longer support, so I can change this to say resistance, but I feel that this resistance will be conquered without too much effort. I mean, we really need the buyers now to step back in and to show some strength and push Bitcoin up to this resistance level, and then we can hover around this resistance level for some time. I don't expect it to be broken very quickly, but at this point we are really depending on the news. As you can see, news can actually move the market very easily, and if we see some positive news coming on Bitcoin, we can very quickly recover. This support is also not a support anymore. This is now a resistance, and we'll have to challenge these resistance levels. So 50,000, then we have 56,000. We'll have to actually challenge these resistance levels before we can start a real recovery and going up again. Now, this is really slowing down Bitcoin's price movement, meaning that we were going above 60, we were going to challenge the 68,000, because between 60 and 68 we don't really have a strong resistance, but this is now cancelled. We are first going to have to recover, and this recovery could actually take a few weeks, because with the price dropping, as you know, even though the price dropped quickly, The recovery is not so quick. Typically, the recovery is slower than the drop. And this is why I'm saying that a few weeks now we will be actually taking. So this will take us, what is now 17th of May. I feel that we can see May and even June being quite slow. And also June and July, the summer months, are never that good for Bitcoin. All right, so this is with Bitcoin. I'm expecting that the next few weeks will be a slow recovery. I don't expect anything major to happen. No big pumps, no sudden pumps as well. So as you can see, we are actually right now in a channel. We are moving between 60,000 and 50,000. It is a big range, you know, $10,000, but this is the range. This is the channel that we are moving. And I do believe that we will climb up to 50,000 in a few days. I don't really think that we will be staying below 50,000 for too long, but it really depends. As I said, it depends on the news. If we see now a lot of bad news coming in mainstream media, it could actually keep Bitcoin below 50,000. And this is not great because we are so very close to the 200 daily moving average. We have to stay above this 200 daily moving average because in a bull market, this is really our support. If we break below this 200 daily moving average, then it's going to be bad news for us. That means that we could actually cancel the bull run. I don't think we're canceling the bull run yet. As long as we stay above this, we have not cancelled the bull run. But we are very close, and it's dangerously close. So we have to keep an eye on this price level and the 200 daily moving average. We have to keep an eye. We should not come back to that. We should not come to challenge it again, because as you know, if we start coming back to this price level and challenging it again and again and again, the likelihood of breaking below it gets higher. I mean, the first time was definitely going to be a bounce up. I knew that. The second time could also be a rejection. We could try and challenge it again and get rejected. But if we come third time, or third, fourth time, if we start coming back again and again, then we could actually break below it, and then we're going to be in trouble. So I'm monitoring this very closely, and I do hope that we do not break it. Now let's take a look at Ethereum, and after that we'll take a look at ADA, and after that we'll take a look at Litecoin, because this is what I promised for today. This episode of Crypto Corner is sponsored by BTYard, which is an exchange that operates in 150 countries and offers spot and leveraged trading on numerous assets, not only on cryptocurrencies, but also derivatives such as crude oil, precious metals, gold, silver, and more, stocks such as Nasdaq, mini Dow, and more, and they offer up to 100x leverage on many of these investment instruments. They're also one of the few leveraged cryptocurrency exchanges that have regulatory licenses. These include licenses in the USA, Australia, Estonia, and Singapore. BTYard offers extra security to its users by keeping the majority of its funds in cold storage, with only a smaller portion in hot wallets that are used to pay withdrawals. When it comes to the instruments traded on BTYard, these are not futures. They're leveraged contracts that work very much like a contract for difference, CFD. As such, there are no order books at BTYard. When you trade, you are placing a trade that is matched by the exchange themselves. The benefit of this is that you don't get any order slippage on your trades. Last year they added a very popular feature, copytrading, which allows users that aren't very experienced to take advantage of those who are more skilled and make profits by copying their trades in an automated and uncomplicated way. They also offer up to $258 in bonuses to new users, so use the link in the description below to register and find out more. Well, with Ethereum, we see that we have broken major support levels as well. We had established these support levels here, the green ones. Let me delete them now. They have been broken, so we are canceling this. They are no longer support levels. And I'm going to delete these. Okay. So even this support level here is not holding very well. Okay, it is holding for now, but it did get broken, and we even broke the lower support. We did get rejected from these support levels very quickly though, which is good. I mean, Ethereum is still performing better than Bitcoin right now. But okay, let me just hold on. Let me clear everything that I've done previously. because otherwise we're just getting mixed up. So we actually managed to print a new all-time high up here, and this is at 4,365. Since then we are correcting. That is very normal. It's not even a big correction if you ask me. This right now that we are printing is around, okay, we printed almost 30% correction, almost 30%. Typically in a bull market it is very likely to make 35 to even 40% corrections, short ones, and then continue the next leg up. So we still have room to go lower, and the problem is that Ethereum is still correlated to Bitcoin in a way, even though it's outperforming Bitcoin most of the time. If Bitcoin is going down, Ethereum is not going to be pumping at the same time. You know, Ethereum can go up a little bit against Bitcoin, but it's not going to be doing a strong pump at the same time as Bitcoin is dropping significantly. So this is why monitoring Bitcoin right now is a priority. It's more important than looking at the other coins. If Bitcoin goes down and breaks the 40,000 support level, what do you think Ethereum will do? Of course, it's going to go down and break these support levels here. We have a support at 3,254. We broke it very briefly. We got rejected though, so we can say that this support was holding us. The lower support level, well, first of all, is the 3,000, which is the psychological support, but the Fibonacci's are showing 2,900 support level. So are we going down there? It depends on Bitcoin. Really, this is what it's come to. The good thing that I'm seeing here is that as the price of Ethereum is going down, the volume is also going down. This is bullish. So if Bitcoin doesn't drop, and even if Bitcoin just consolidates around these price levels right now, or starts a slow recovery, Ethereum can actually have a bigger recovery. It can actually start going up much sooner and with higher jumps than what Bitcoin is doing. But it really depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is dropping, Ethereum is not going to be pumping. And also we have the Ethereum fork coming in July that is hopefully going to solve the problem with the fees. So as July approaches, I am seeing a bullish case for Ethereum. So, and also in my newsletter yesterday, I was talking about Ethereum and the bullish case for Ethereum institutional investors getting into Ethereum more heavily right now as we speak. So Ethereum, in my view, is going to outperform Bitcoin in the next few months, and it has been doing so in the last few months as well. So no surprises. I'm not really saying anything groundbreaking. Where are the support levels for Ethereum? Well, you can see them here. We have the 100 moving average. No, this is the 50-day. The 50-day moving average is here at 2,830. It's coinciding with this support level, which is based on Fibonacci that I've drawn earlier. Then we have the 100-day moving average. This is in time, in a few days, it's actually going to coincide with this Fibonacci level here, which is at 2,460, or what is it, 2,485 is the support level. And then the 200 daily moving average is at 1,700, almost 1,800, but I don't really see us going that low. For us to go that low, it means that Bitcoin has to crash quite significantly, and the whole market has to turn bearish for a while, for us to really crash that low. Or maybe it means that some bad news have to come for Ethereum that would really that would really scare people, bring a lot of FUD and make people sell. But at this point, I don't really see us going that low. So for me, right now, we could consolidate around these price levels for a few days as Bitcoin is also consolidating, and perhaps start a slow recovery up as well. But if this is, let's go on the 4-hourly, if this is a proper ABC correction, then we can actually see it doing something like that. So, correction. Then we could actually argue that we are already out of this correction. So this is the A wave, we have a B wave, and we have a C wave. And the C wave is coming just at that. This is on the 4 hourly, just at the 200 hourly moving average, which makes sense to me. For me, this ABC correction is already complete, and now we can actually start going up. I mean, if we don't have a strong buy volume, then we can actually just consolidate around these price levels for a bit of time, you know, gain some strength and confidence again, and then start the next leg up. But in terms of correction, this ABC has already completed, in my view. Now let's go into ADA and see what is Cardano doing as well, because that was another question that I had. So let's analyze this. Okay, and ADA, as I said, is in price discovery, so we don't really have any history to base this on. I've got some Fibonacci levels that I've drawn based on a previous correction, and these were my price levels, my target levels. So we went above 240, and then we started correcting. I have another price target at 273, and this has not been reached yet, and then I have another price at $3. These are the price targets that I have that we are yet to conquer. However, as we are now correcting from this all-time high that we printed, we have a support level here that we haven't reached. We haven't actually touched it. We went very close to that support level, but we got rejected because right now we are seeing a lot of bullish sentiment in ADA. Buyers are still having control and they're not giving up, so we are not really seeing a bear case in ADA. It's actually quite a strong case. However, we are seeing that the volume, I mean, we see a lot of selling volume coming here, and the buying volume is not as big as the selling volume. So as you see, people are taking profits, and it really depends whether we will see a lot of pressure from the sellers right now. Are the bulls going to keep the control, or are they going to give away control to the bears? This is the big question. Twice we are getting rejected from this price level, so this is good. You know, this is showing that this price level is very appealing to the buyers. Buyers are stepping in and they are not allowing the coin to go below that. However, if we start challenging it again and again, we could actually break below this level. So right now this is acting as our support, and it's holding twice. It's already holding us, but it really depends on whether we are going to come down and start challenging this price level again and again, because if that happens, we will break below it. We have to watch this closely. We are forming this sort of a wedge pattern here, and as we start getting to the end of this wedge pattern, we will have to do either breaking above or breaking below. So this is what I'm watching right now, and at this point it could go either way, and you have to take action upon breakout. Whether it breaks up or down, you have to take action, or you can set up some stop losses. It's up to you. But if we break up, then we can expect us to go very close to my next target, and if we break down, then we can expect to break below this support level and head over to the lower support here. Now this is why it's actually good to just wait and take action upon breakout. And if it's a break up, then you can buy, or if it's a breakdown, then you can sell, or you can set up stop losses below here or up above here, so that if it is a breakout, you can take action. Right, well, this is for ADA, and the next one was Litecoin, right? I promised to look at Litecoin as well, so let me find it here. And I am going to look at USD value for you guys, but I'm personally analyzing this in Bitcoin value, because when I'm trading, I'm actually trading it in Bitcoin value. This is why, and someone already commented on one of my videos saying that I should be looking at Bitcoin value, because really altcoins, they are trading mostly in Bitcoin by the professional, by the old school traders. Even me, I've been trading since 2016, so I started trading in Bitcoin. Most of these coins were not having trading pairs in fiat at all when I started trading, so I was buying them and selling them in Bitcoin, and for me this is really what matters. But I am analyzing them in USD here in fiat value, because I know that recently everyone is looking at these coins in fiat value. So let me know if you are interested in Bitcoin value more than USD value. Then I will start doing that because it makes more sense anyway. So what we are seeing with Litecoin is that we didn't go to that support. Actually, luckily we didn't go all the way down here. We got rejected before that, and with Litecoin we're still in a downtrend right now. This is in the short term. We are in a downtrend. We got rejected from this resistance. We only broke it briefly, and since then we have been going down. So in the short term we are to expect a recovery, but it is a slow recovery. And 255 is actually our strongest support. Hopefully we're not gonna go there, but it's the same thing. We are really depending right now on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is gonna go down, we will go down as well. If Bitcoin starts recovering, we will be recovering also. So this is really what's happening. Also what we are seeing is good thing. Price going down and volume going down. Price picking up and volume picking up. This is bullish. So I'm actually bullish, and we see here this kind of a double bottom forming in the RSI, which is also bullish. Yeah, generally I am actually bullish on Litecoin. I haven't closed any of my positions in Litecoin. I'm still holding. You know that my targets are above 400, and very briefly we went there, but it was too brief. I did sell a very tiny amount of Litecoin at this price level. Now of course I wish I sold more, but you know, talking in hindsight, there's no point in doing that. It doesn't really matter what you could have done. The thing is, at the time I didn't expect that Bitcoin will get that you know, this kind of bearish news and everything, and that everyone is gonna start getting scared and start exiting positions. So, but this is what's happening with retail investors. I mean, bear in mind that none of the institutional investors are selling at these price movements. None of them. If anything, they're accumulating. And it's only retail investors right now that are getting so scared and are selling. This is usually what happens. And the whales are accumulating. You know, the big wallets of Bitcoin are again experiencing increase. So we are seeing that you know, the whales are still accumulating during these price moves. I don't know who is selling, really guys. I don't know who is going to be selling when this correction is ideal opportunity for buying. If you had any money that was left in fiat or stable coins, now is the perfect opportunity to be accumulating. Now is not the time to be selling. I mean, I must say, hold on, let's go on the daily. Okay, no, it's fine. For a moment I thought that we will see a head and shoulders formation, but no, it's not. It's not a head and shoulders formation. Maybe on the 4 hours actually. It looks like a head and shoulders formation on the 4 hourly, which is not great. This is the one shoulder. This is the head. Next shoulder. Yeah. It's not a perfect head and shoulders formation, but it is there. So that means that we can actually go lower, which also means that we can go to test this support level. I'm hoping that this is going to hold us, definitely. But if it doesn't hold us, we still have the 100 daily moving average to hold us. This is at 240 right now. Will probably be around 250 anyway. And we have the 200 daily moving average that we are far from it. As you see, Bitcoin is actually already touched the 200 daily moving average. Litecoin, Ethereum and the other coins, they are far from their 200 daily moving averages. So this is the one that is definitely going to stop us, 188. We don't really want to go there. It is quite a low price compared to 400 a few days ago, but I also don't really see a strong case for us to be going down to this price level. So for me, we are already starting the recovery, a slow and kind of a small steps on the way up, but we are starting a recovery. This is what I'm seeing in the short term over the next few days to the next few weeks, and this is what I'm expecting in Bitcoin, but also in the rest of the coins, because as I said, Bitcoin right now is driving the market. Bitcoin dropped quite significantly, and even though the Bitcoin dominance is still dropping, which calls for a out season, you know, the altcoins are supposed to be booming right now, but they can't be booming because Bitcoin is bleeding and is bleeding heavily. We need Bitcoin now to just stop going down and just consolidate, or the slow recovery of Bitcoin. This is what's going to push the altcoins much higher, because as Bitcoin's dominance is still below 40 or around 40%, we actually dropped below 40% yesterday. With that week of a dominance, we can expect the altcoins to be performing much better than Bitcoin. So again, I'm not really accumulating Bitcoin at this price levels, at this dip of the market. I'm not actually accumulating Bitcoin. I'm accumulating all of the other altcoins that I already have, and I'm looking into some new ones. But as I said, I am trading around 30 to 40 different coins, so it's a lot. And you know what, I did promise you to let you know what coins I have in my portfolio, and I will be doing a special video on that, but I will quickly list them here. I'm sure that many people have already left this video because they're probably just interested in Bitcoin or something, and they don't really care about the rest of the coins, but I will be doing another video. Anyway, for those of you who are staying until the end of this video, let me quickly give you a list of the coins that I'm holding. So I have ADA, I have Algorand, I have Audio, BNB, Chilis, DOT, Ethereum Classic. Oh, I forgot that I bought Ethereum Classic. I have Ethereum Classic a little bit. I have Ethereum, of course, Kusama, Chainlink, Ren, Shiba, Scale Network, SNX, and Sushi. I have some Stellar from long time ago, very little bit. Lit Entry as well. This is on one of my accounts. Also, what else do I have? Here I have Filecoin, I have Litecoin, of course, Ocean, Ren, Theta, Uni, Luna. Okay, what else do I have? On KuCoin, I have Kusama, I mentioned it, EWT, Atom, Cosmos, and KCS, the KuCoin token, of course, VET, VeChain, and Lix. And what else do I have? In this account, I have VSP, XRP, I have a small amount of Tron, and Dodge. I have Dodge as well. I sold Dash, so I don't hold any more Dash. And what else do I have? That's about it. Oh, and I have a little bit of Band Protocol. And I think that's it, guys. Yeah. All right. And here, VET. Okay, so same. Right, well, so these are the coins that I actually currently hold. You can see it's a lot of them, and I have been accumulating them at different times, different price levels. On most of these, I'm in profit. Only on a few of them that I bought recently, I'm not in profit yet, because I was buying them, as they started correcting, and now they're correcting a little more. So, some of them are a little down, but I'm not really worried about it, because this correction will pass. We are going to start recovering, and after that, we're going to start pumping, guys. This is definite. We are still not canceling the bull run, and this bull run will take us to much higher price levels. So the best thing you can do right now is monitor these prices closely and accumulate. This is what really you should be doing during the bull market. Dips are for buying, and this is not financial advice, this is just common sense. Alright guys, this is where I'm going to leave you. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. If you like the video, show your support by leaving a like, leave a comment below. As I've been telling you over the last few videos, any comments that you leave from now all the way until August will qualify you for my giveaway. I am doing a summer giveaway. I will be announcing the details soon. One of the prizes will be a Ledger Nano S, one of the most desired devices on the market. So this is going to be one of the prizes. I will be getting some more prizes, and I will be announcing them. All you have to do is be a subscriber and comment on as many videos as you can from now all the way until August. This is what is going to qualify you for one of the prizes. There will be a few prizes, there will be a few winners. So, more chances that you will win. And for the best chance to win, just be the one with the most comments. This is definitely guaranteeing you a win. Right, well, this is it, guys. Thanks for staying until then. I'm going to see you in the next episode tomorrow.